There are two steps that I always take at the start of a new year to begin the year with energy and focus. Now it feels to me like years seem to go by quicker and quicker every year. 365 days really is not that long, and we need to be able to look back on the year and have had clear focuses, clear goals that we have achieved or at least moved towards. So in this video, I'm going to be step 1, reflecting on my goals for 2023, and step 2, setting new goals for 2024. I hope by the end of this video, you should have a set of 10 to 12 goals in different areas of your life, allow you to much more easily say no to things that do not move you towards those goals, and to stay focused on what really matters to you. So as we're setting goals for ourselves, I want us to keep in mind my 3-point framework for goal setting. And the first point is focus. So one of the most important things for me when I'm setting goals, have no more than around 12 goals for a year, because you can keep 10 to 12 goals in your head fairly comfortably, but if you have more than that, you lose focus. The key function of goal setting is therefore that whenever you do a task, you are asking yourself, is this going to move me towards one of my goals? And if it's not, should I reconsider how I'm spending my time? The second point is to stretch yourself. So don't set goals that are really easy for you to accomplish. Also don't set ridiculous goals that you're never going to achieve. But as you'll see when I'm reflecting on my 2023 goals, I didn't achieve a number of these, but that does not matter. The point is that I focused on working towards them. I did my best to get there in the time I had available to me this year. I still achieved more than I would have done by striving towards my really ambitious goals than I would have done if I'd set easy goals that demotivated me because they were things I was kind of going to do anyway. They don't really add anything to my life. And the third point is then to break goals down. So not for this video where we're setting 10 to 12 master goals that are directing us for the entire year, but when we're actually throughout the year working towards those goals, we need to break them down. We need to set smaller tasks within Trello that move us towards those goals, that mean that we stay motivated, give us easy wins, and move us like stepping stones along the journey to our bigger goals. Okay, so let's jump into it. And first we need to break our lives down into different areas in which we'll have different goals. So for me, first I have my career. Second, I have my business. That's basically my YouTube channel and Menos. If you don't have a business, you might like to set learning generally as an area of life for you to focus on. Basically, I would say probably either a specific hobby or area of focus that you would like to have for the year, or learning generally. Third area is then my personal life, and the fourth is my health. Okay, first up, we're going to do my career goals. I really strongly recommend setting career-related goals for yourself. It's so easy to drift along and feel like you're not really accomplishing that much. You get especially a year or 2 or 3 into your career, and you don't necessarily have a very clear focus or next step. And so for me, 1, writing down the stuff I've worked on over the past year, which I've already done, was really satisfying in seeing how much I've learned, how much I have worked on and achieved. And then second, setting clear goals for the coming year, which give you a clear focus and things to work towards to mean you feel more motivated at work. So I set myself 4 career goals at the start of 2023. 1, work on a public takeover transaction. I did not achieve, largely because there were very few public takeover transactions around in 2023. So it was really difficult for me to achieve this. So it's actually going to be moved over to one of my 2024 goals because it is something I really want to do. Second, working with 3 partners or senior associates with whom I had not previously worked. I definitely achieved this. I counted the other day. I actually worked with 7. I really try to say yes as much as possible to transactions, particularly where I hadn't worked with the people before, to expand my network within the firm, to really gain an exposure to different working styles. There were people who I thought actually we probably won't gel at all, and we ended up becoming really good friends over the course of working together last year. I also managed to join 2 client teams, so also tick that goal off, and built really strong relationships with 1 client with whom I worked loads during the course of 2023, so very happy on that one. And finally, regularly doing my pro bono mentoring. I would say I did this really well throughout the first half of last year, then got really busy at the end of 2023 and it fell off. So I'm gonna say I achieved this 75%, but I would like to continue this into 2024. So moving on to my goals for 2024, first is to work on a public takeover transaction, as I already said. My second goal is to build deep relationships with 3 individuals at clients. Over the last year, I've joined a couple of client teams, got greater client exposure, and so I'm really keen to set myself the goal of really fostering 3 of those relationships and and no more than 3. Because I think if I do more than 3, just like with goal setting itself, I'm going to become unfocused. I'm not going to be able to maintain the depth of relationship that I think really matters. Plus, from a time perspective, I think 3 is about all I can realistically manage. So my third goal is to be kind and understanding with trainees. Now, I think I am generally really understanding, and I make an effort already to try to be helpful and explain things. But as you get more senior, I've definitely noticed that people become less understanding, I think, of the fact that trainees actually know very little. They've just started in this profession. And so I really want, over the course of the next year, as I start to become a slightly more senior and particularly busier associate, to take the time to explain things to trainees and to build myself as someone who trainees really see as a valuable learning resource and someone they can come to if they need help or don't understand something. Okay, now onto business, and my YouTube goals for last year were 1, to double watch time to 764,000 hours, and I did not achieve this. Largely because I made 3 fewer videos than I made in 2023, and I also didn't get the watch time that you get from viral videos on enough of my videos to be able to double my watch time. I saw instead a 9% increase, which means that my channel has been growing every year since I started it. My second goal was to add a personal assistant or a writer to my team, and this I also didn't achieve, but I did instead hire a thumbnail designer and someone to help me with YouTube Shorts going forward into 2024. So I'm going to say I achieved this 50%. I basically decided that actually it's really hard to get someone to write YouTube videos for you. They wouldn't sound like me. Also, I really enjoy making the content myself and coming up with ideas with Beth, and writing is a key part of that process. A personal assistant would be helpful, but just didn't find one or have time to find one. Kind of ironic, because the personal assistant will probably save me time. But anyway, I am happy that I found someone else to bring onto the team. So we now have Zane and Acha on Team Liam Porritt's YouTube channel, which is awesome. And then my third goal was to do 3 collaborations in 2023. Again, I did not achieve this. So yeah, I just think this was probably not a realistic goal. It's so difficult for me to make videos around my busy life as a lawyer and business owner of Menos. And this year, I just think collaborations, while they probably would help me to grow my channel a little faster, have not been as big a priority as making videos consistently, growing revenue, focusing on getting a sponsorship on all or nearly all of my videos. Okay, so my new YouTube goals for 2024 are learning from 2023, both very much within my control. So the first one is to make 30 videos. Simple. I made 27 in 2022, 24 in 2023. So a 20 to 30% increase on how many videos I made last year hopefully should result in a 20 to 30% increase in watch time, as long as I'm able to maintain quality and click-through rate. And built into this goal is also the idea that I should probably make more shorter form videos, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, rather than 10 to 20 minutes, which is my kind of go-to format, because those will just be less time intensive for me to make, less time intensive for Acha to edit, and therefore we'll be able to put out more videos, still offering high quality content. So I am going to put this goal into the Done app, which is my go-to app for tracking habits. The Done app is a super simple habit tracking app that I've been using for 4 years now to track habits like going for a run or a walk twice a week, going to the gym 3 times a week, not having more than 3 takeaways or meals out a week. Also now actually focusing for at least an hour while I'm at work, at least twice a day. And also now this new YouTube goal of making 30 videos this year. And the best thing is that you can get the Done app, as well as a whole suite of other apps from the makers of the Done app, like a journaling app called Reflectly, a time blocking app that I absolutely love, and a mindfulness app for free for 365 days through the link at the top of the description. So yeah, go and get that now. Join me as a user of Done and these other productivity, wellness apps completely free for a whole year. Okay, and then my second YouTube goal for the year is to make 2 career day in the life videos. So one of me working as a corporate lawyer and the other of someone else doing a corporate type job. These are generally really popular videos for me, so a really good type of video for me to make, and also something I really enjoy doing. Okay, flipping over to Menos, and my goals for 2023 were first to sell 1,500 backpacks this year. Again, did not achieve this, but Beth and I have spent basically no money on advertising in the business, and on top of that, we both have busy full-time jobs, plus I have this YouTube channel. So realistically, it was a pretty ambitious goal, but we did achieve 900 sales in total, which actually means we've had pretty good growth this year and overall revenue growth. My second Menos goal was to get 50 5-star reviews on Amazon and our website, and we have achieved this. We've got to 48 5-star reviews on our website and 16 on Amazon. So very happy. We have a huge number of very positive reviews across both platforms. Fundamentally, this is probably the biggest Menos goal we've achieved this year. We have got positive feedback from the customers that we've sold our bags to, and frankly, that is more within our control than anything else. And then finally, I'd set myself the goal of finishing sampling on a new Menos product. Essentially, early in 2023, actually, Beth and I decided that we had a large number of backpacks to sell. There were a number of things in the business that really needed to take priority over developing a new product. So while developing a new product is important and something we are looking at for the next year or two, actually right now, focusing on backpack sales has been our greatest focus and will continue to be probably at least the first half of 2024. So I think moral of the story here is just it's okay to scrap a goal early on in the year if you think it just actually doesn't make sense for you to pursue that goal. Okay, so new Menos goals. First of all, to grow sales. Simple. Just have more sales in 2024 than we did in 2023. Continue to be a growing business. Second goal is to get 150 5-star reviews. So basically another 100 5-star reviews on where we are right now. And that just means more people are getting the backpack, liking it, feeling like they like it enough to take the time to give us positive feedback. And my final Menos goal is to send 25 Menos memos. So the Menos memo is a newsletter that Beth and I send out every other week with our top podcast recommendations, top books, top productivity tips, and top sustainable products that we think are the exact things that people who've bought a Menos backpack or who are interested in Menos will care about. It's a very short newsletter that hopefully allows us to create community and add value to people who are in Team Menos. So you can, even if you have not bought a backpack, join Team Menos by subscribing to the Menos memo through the link in the description. It is completely free. We send out value every other week, and we personally think it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you'd like to also kickstart us towards all of these Menos goals, you can get yourself a Menos backpack, a sleek minimalist backpack that opens 180 degrees, perfect for commuting, with tons of 5-star reviews now through the link in the description as well. And please do remember that we give 10% off to viewers of this channel with code Liam10. And by the time everyone has finished watching this video, we'll have sold loads of backpacks, loads of 5-star reviews will have come in, we'll have had loads of subscribers to the Menos memo, which you'll receive every other week, and all of my Menos goals will be done. I think it's unlikely, but you know, I can dream. Okay, next up, personal life. So my goals for 2023 were, number one, to plan my wedding. Overall, I'm gonna say good progress. I'm gonna say this is 80% complete. It's not really 80% complete, but Beth and I have done the really big things that we were expecting to get done in 2023. So overall, really happy with progress on this. My second goal was to make a real estate investment, and my opinion on buying into the property market changed pretty quickly in 2023. We saw quite a significant stagnation in property prices in the UK, plus interest rates go up really drastically. So I decided that actually it was just not a good time to buy. But instead, I did see a very significant increase in my net worth in 2023. And I also really crucially begun investing very significant amount into my pension plan, really in place of making a property investment. So that I'm really happy with. Third, I wanted to go on 4 trips, either abroad or in the UK. And I actually went on 7 trips trips this year, which again, I'm really happy with. And this goal is really all about just like enjoying the money that Beth and I make. We have a decent income between us and we can therefore afford to go on nice trips. We are very lucky in that sense. And while we don't have kids and other obligations, I really am keen to make the most of that. So this year I have been skiing in Switzerland, wedding venue visit in France, trip to New York and Boston to visit my friends and make my Harvard video. I've been for a weekend in Liverpool, been to Lanzarote with my dad, had a wedding in the south of France, went to a weekend in Cambridge, went to Northern Ireland with my mum, had a weekend golf trip to Wales, and spent Christmas in Middlesbrough. Big up, Borough. And now I'm counting, that was actually 10, not 7. So, goal for next year, improve basic arithmetic. Anyway, my final goal was to continue making time for family and friends, and I'm really happy with how I did on this goal. I think overall, I really did see loads of friends and family as much as I possibly could at weekends. Really made sure that I was prioritizing that over even making money from my YouTube channel or selling more backpacks with Menos. But ultimately, it means that I'm spending my life doing the things that really matter, and that is spending time with friends and family. So at the start of 2024, I really would like to focus on making sure I'm making time, particularly for my friends who I saw less towards the end of 2023. Okay, so my new personal life habits are: number 1, to plan 8 nice things to do with friends. Just 8 throughout the course of the year, but we're talking like going to the theatre or going to the cinema or doing something that's nice. I used to be really good at it, and I think I've got quite bad as I've got just way busier in life. So I want to make a conscious effort this year to plan things with the friends who really matter to me and to make a bit more of an effort with them so that they know I care. Second, a finance goal: I want to pay off my student loan down so that I have less than £10,000 left. I currently have a decent chunk of savings and I'm happy to start using some of that to pay off my student loan, which is currently accruing a horrendous amount of interest. So that is a key goal for me for this year from a financial perspective. And then final personal life goal, similar to my travel goal for this year, but a bit more specific, is to visit 4 places that I've never been before, basically just to continue exploring both in the UK and abroad. Okay, last but not least, health. And my first health goal was to bench 80 kgs. And by that, I meant regularly lift 80 kgs when I'm doing my ordinary sets at the gym. So 80 kgs is sort of my push set, but I can do 8 reps. I got to 75 kgs and then ended up getting sent away on business with work for the last month of the year, basically. So I lost a little bit of chest strength. Definitely wouldn't say I've achieved this. I think my actual regular bench now is probably 70 kgs. So significant improvement on where I started at the start of the year at about 55, but still a little way to go to get to 80. So gonna set this again this year. My second goal was to weigh 83 to 86 kilograms. So this is kind of what I think is a pretty good weight for me in terms of having good levels of muscle mass, but not too much. And I'm happy to say I am indeed around 84 kgs right now, even after Christmas. And then my final health goal was to add 3 to 5 meals to mine and Beth's repertoire of meals that we can cook. So I think we have achieved this. Beth added an amazing stuffed pepper with quinoa and feta and kale with lemon on it and chicken breast meal at the end of the year, which we absolutely love and have had repeatedly. Need to be careful not to overeat that one and go off it. Second, I discovered a miso chicken dish that I really like making and I think is delicious. Third, we added a new lunch, which is this pita and halloumi with falafel and mango chutney. Sounds a bit weird, but actually really delicious, that we made pretty frequently. So I think those are 3 meals. There might be a couple more actually, but I can't remember them right now. But overall, I think we have added a few meals. Pretty happy with our meal selection right now. So I think this goal did what I wanted it to in 2023, which is just to add a few more meals to an already decent repertoire of meals to give us a few different choices when we're thinking of what to cook. Okay, so my new health goals for 2024. Number 1, bench 80 kgs. Number 2 is to reduce back pain. So my family has a long history of back pain. I've already started to get back pain. And that means that I want to continue to go to see the osteopath, which I started in 2023, and that's been really positive. Continue to stretch way more regularly than I was before and continue to move more. So when I'm at work, standing up, having a little stretch, standing at my desk more, basically just keeping my body as mobile as possible. So yeah, those are my goals for 2024. And I hope that this video has helped you to set your own specific goals. And a fairly small number of them, I maybe had slightly more than 12 in the end, but I think around 10 to 12, no more than 15 is a good number of goals to set. And I really do appreciate you still being here. If you've been here for a long time, one of my kind of OG viewers, I really do appreciate you. It's been quite a long time now that I've been making videos. So the start of a new year is a good time to really say thank you to you for continuing to watch. And I am excited to provide you with more value again in 2024. I look forward to speaking again very, very soon. I wish you all the best this